Welcome, and thank you for partnering with Ecology to protect, preserve, and enhance Washington's environment for current and future generations. This tutorial will give you a brief overview of how to submit a payment request progress report through the Ecology's Administration of Grants and Loans database, otherwise known as EAGL. Go ahead and log into EAGL. Once you have logged into EAGL, you will need to locate the application for which you are submitting a payment request progress report for. You will hear me referencing the payment request progress report in this tutorial as PRPR. To initiate a new PRPR, go ahead and select My Applications at the top of the screen. If you already know your application name, just put in the last set of numbers beyond 0 in the application name field, then select Search. If you don't have your application number handy, in the search criteria, use the drop-down menu next to the application type. For this demonstration, I will use the Water Quality Combined Financial Assistance 2017. Select Search. Scroll down and find the application name for which you are submitting a PRPR for. Please note the current status of your application. It should show an active status. If it says anything other than active, you will probably be unsuccessful in submitting your PRPR at this time. Select your application name. At the top of your screen, you should see that you are on the application menu for the application that you selected. To ensure you correctly enter your expenditures, it may be a good idea to quickly review the agreement terms and conditions, eligible costs, and tasks and budget. Although there are different ways to look at various components that make up your agreement, I will simply show you how to view the executed agreement. Go ahead and select View Forms under View, Edit, and Complete Forms. Now scroll to the bottom of the Forms to the Agreement section and select Agreement Signed, Document, and Dates. You will find an uploaded copy in the Signed Agreement section. Double-click the agreement to open and carefully review. Pay close attention to the terms and conditions, eligible costs, and tasks and budget. When you're ready, go ahead and exit the agreement. You will then use what is called the cookie crumbs to go back to the application menu. Once you are on the application menu, scroll down to Examine Related Items. Select View Related Items. Now, scroll down and find the correct time period in which you would like to submit a PRPR for. After you make your selection, you will now notice that at the top of your screen, you are on the Payment Request menu and have been issued a specific name for your newly initiated PRPR. Please write down this number for future reference. Under View, Edit, and Complete Forms, select View Forms. Select the Payment Request form. You will notice that this is the first payment request. Be sure to indicate whether or not this is your final payment request or progress report. Also, indicate your billing period end date. Indicate that you have expenditures report so that you will be given fields to start entering your expenditures. Some funding opportunities will have drop-down options to make completing each line item a little easier. Go through each of the columns and insert the appropriate information. You can use the Tab key to get to the next field or just use your mouse. It may be necessary to scroll down the page a bit so that you see the scroll bar to reference the far right columns. Also, be sure to hit Save so that you don't lose your work. You won't put any information in the Approved, Denied, Modified, Authorized Amount, or Comment columns. These are used by Ecology staff when reviewing and making decisions on your line items. Continue entering all of your line items. This takes the place of the C2 and B2 paper forms that were required when submitting an A19 invoice voucher. Once you have completed the Payment Request Expenditures Details form, select Save. Scroll up to what is called the cookie crumbs and select Forms menu. Go ahead and select the Form D. This is now required in all payment request progress reports. Answer the question as to whether the payment request includes reimbursements for any private sector contractors or subcontractors. If applicable, fill out your line items. When you are done completing the form, be sure to select Save at the top of your screen. Now, you can either use your cookie crumbs and select Forms menu, or you can scroll toward the bottom of your page to the navigation links. Select Progress Report. Complete all of the requested information and be sure to answer the question as to whether or not this is your final progress report. Be very thorough when completing this progress report. This information is for your Ecology project manager. By providing detailed information, you are reducing the risk of your progress report being returned for modifications. Some funding program opportunities have progress reports that require much more data than others. Some of this information is regulated by the source of funds being used for the project. Once you are done completing the progress report, select Save. Now, use the cookie crumbs and select Forms menu. Scroll down and select Payment History. This provides basic information on your payment history for this specific application. However, please note that any expenditures, such as the one you just created, that has not yet been approved by Ecology, will not be listed in the Cumulative Approved Expenditures table. Once you are done viewing your payment history, select Save. Now that you've completed all the required forms and uploaded your necessary documents, simply select the PRPR name next to document information to go back to the Payment Request menu. If you are ready to submit your PRPR, under Change the Status, select View Status Options. Under Payment Request Progress Report Submitted, select Apply Status. If there were any errors that would prevent a successful submission, you will be prompted to address these issues before the system allows you to proceed. If you had any global errors, go ahead and correct them, and reattempt to submit your PRPR. Take a few minutes to read the agreement. Once you have read, and if you agree, then select I agree. Congratulations! You have just submitted a payment request progress report in the Ecology Grants and Loans database.